right, good morning. I had a lot to do here with the Coney. Hope everybody enjoyed the Coney earnings. Call it a special one. I wanted to get it out and elaborate a little bit. So you guys seem to like it. So I got Y bid out. I'm gonna take Misty here, and sorry for the delay. You can only do so much at any one time. So let's jump in here. How's BTC trading? So in the after hours, right? I've got a 5-day chart. Sometimes I show a 1 minute, but as you know, BTC trades 24 hours a day. So this is yesterday between these dashed lines. So this is after hours because this is market close right here. So in after hours, and then we've got the actual end of the day and into the next calendar day. So we're trading at like 59.43-ish. So I'd like to see 60 and feel that we're back in that support channel, right? This whole 67-ish to 60 that we traded through on a longer term was really kind of the support channel, right? Right through here up to about here, right? So 67 to 60 was kind of the support. So we broke support, but just one day did we close under, and now we have a chance to jump back in that channel. Otherwise, it draws 52,000 further down on the chart because that's major support at a 200-day moving average. So let's take a look before I jump into what happened yesterday. And I'm sure you guys want to know about payouts, even though most of that's been covered. Not a lot changed. So here is, and in this chart with a longer period of time, this black is yesterday's trading, and the gray until at 6:30 it opens and it'll turn black, okay? So this is aftermarket stuff. So we popped up to around 1140. What did we close at? 1128. I want to say, well, that's not helping me. Yeah, 1129. And we'll get to that in just a second. So anyway, this is the aftermarket piece. So let's hold that and move up. I'll talk a little bit about 1180. Because we do have one group of calls written at 1180, but most of our stuff is up in 1400. So we're looking great to capture the rest of our money. So anyway, just wanted you to know that portion. So up 9.84%, right? We were way down at 1028, flew up $101. We were able to capture 9 of 99, right? So we were over 90% on we captured the upside. That a lot of people say, well, you don't do that. Well, sometimes we do. So we closed Misty at 29.49. So no calls were written, no sales were made. I think the share count, we actually went up 25,000 shares, right? Which is the smallest unit that they count. If you go up 20, they don't even show it. So there really wasn't much, but what else was positive? So we had no trades. Let's take a look at the April. So going over here with 25,000 shares coming in, when we look at our cash position, there's the 25,000 shares. You know, we had 727,000 more cash because money flowed in, right, from the shares. And each day you tick forward in your treasuries, right, with the treasury yields. So let's jump over and see how our synthetics are looking, because I at least updated their, or did I? Yes, I did update that. So we went from a much bigger loss to a puny loss, right? And we can see that on our holdings. So we had $10 million loss 4 days ago, $7 million loss on our synthetic at 10 million, and now we only have 1.9, right? So that's easily knocked away when you look at the synthetic, knowing that you have till 517, right? I mean, it's really $21 that would go out here and wipe this amount out, right? As soon as you get to 1150, you would have the time premium, but if we were to get to 517 at 1150, we're at 1129, then this would end at 0. So would this, right? So right now you would lose 7, but you would gain 7.7, but you would gain 9.6. So ideally you want to be 1400. Then this is 0 and this is 30 or 40 million, right? So that's the ideal situation how the synthetics work. Let's talk about the weeklies, right? So here's our weeklies. All of them are 5.3, okay? 2.4 million to keep. I always say keep. Why do I say that? Because we've already been paid the money, right? But we chose, I think day before yesterday, to write this one at 1180. Yeah, 430. So on Tuesday, we wrote 110 contracts, $16.6, right? So it can go all the way to 1196, and then we don't lose any money, but we have to give back the 182,000. As long as we stay 1180 or below, we keep this 182,000, right? So that's the last time we threw money in the kitty. But as far as our declaration today, which is coming in an hour and a half from this time I'm recording, I'll show you that in just a minute because I know that's key. But again, nothing really changed other than the mental aspect of we're doing better here. That up day tells the fund manager, let's give them the benefit of the doubt. Let's pay a little bit more than on the 67%. So I'll show you what that translates to. So we close at 29.49. They're saying fair value is 29.34 in terms of share count and net assets. So let's jump. And so I'll just make sure I cover this. So all these guys, we're going to win these, right? 24%, 24, 26, 22, right? And the bulk is right up here at 1380. So I don't see it. Pre-market's not indicating. So everything was up. This was down slightly from 109, 110% IV. Nothing too much on the chart. I want to hold the 60K though. I don't want to see us go back down to the 200-day moving average, which it could. That beckons if we hang out below 60 for a few days. So let's go to the key one. Let's look at payments. All right, so on payments, this is that ugly loss that we took, right? 28 million and a little bit more. This is our short call income. So based on the share count, they could pay us all of that income if they deemed so. But history, when I look at other funds, they pay 2/3, right? Because we had a 6 million carry forward, but we lost 32 million. So, and we have a 1.9, that was 10 million not long ago, right? So that's not a big deal at all right now. The question is, would they pay all of this knowing that synthetic has to really, we have to do really well on that 1150? They might, right? This one is a real, I've got 170 to 221 because I don't think they pay the full amount, but could they? Absolutely, they could. Do I think they will? No, I think they're going to pay somewhere in here. All right, my MSTY friends, again, this is Bruce from Targeted Wealth Creation. I'm a big owner of MSTY. I'm a big owner of Coney. I own Bitto and I own some Ybit. I'm probably going to start covering Crash, for those of you that didn't see it, CRSH, because that's a short on Tesla. I think Tesla is bullish long term, but I still feel it bounced and Elon did everything he could to get it up. But I think there's some market pressures that potentially it could fall back down over the next month or two. So I may buy some Crash and I'll start covering it whether I buy it or not. And I'll teach you guys how you make money on a negative, right? On a bearish outlook, the fund. So instead of doing a synthetic where they buy, call, sell puts, they're going to buy puts, sell calls, and then on the weekly, they're going to sell naked puts. So it's a twist. It's a reverse of everything. So technically, one could own Tesla and own Crash, CRSH, which started trading yesterday, and get dividends from both. And in a relatively flat environment, right, you could be getting dividend income from both without much NAV reduction. You never want to be in, like in Tesla for so long, the NAV was just getting killed because the stock was continuing to go down. It produced some income because the weeklies were always written and they got all the premium, but the underlying was dying, right? So you don't want that mode, but this idea of having some. So anyway, I'm rambled on about that, but I think that's kind of exciting. So see you guys. Good luck for all of us in the distribution payouts in about an hour and 20 minutes. Okay, bye.